Hi everyone, I am Saranya, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Madurai Sivahasi Nada's Pioneer Meenakshi Women's College, Puvandi. Today we have to see about Desktop Publishing, 22BCEA2, Unit 1, Module 1. Under the topics covered by Introduction to CorelDRAW, Features of CorelDRAW, CorelDRAW Interface Toolbox, moving from Adobe Illustrator to CorelDRAW, common tasks, drawing and coloring, selecting objects, creating basic shapes, reshaping objects, organizing objects, applying colors, fills and outlines. DTP. DTP is a desktop publishing. Desktop publishing tool is used for graphic designers and non-designers to create visual graphics for professional or desktop printings. DTP software: Adobe FrameMaker, Adobe InDesign, Adobe PageMaker, CorelDRAW, Adobe Photoshop, etc. Features of DTP packages. Package provide a large variety of fonts. DTP package provide varieties in text styles as well as graphic styles. It also provides borders and different color styles. Some DTP software provides toolboxes which helps to quick drawing and easy formatting. It also supports clipart and library of artwork. DTP packages offer a facility for design a wizard which provides step-by-step help creating common types of publications. Vector graphics. Vector graphics is the use of geometrical primitive such as points, lines, curves and shapes or polygons, which are all based on mathematical expressions to represent images in computer graphics. Vector is in this context implies more than a straight line. This is a starting page of CorelDRAW. Start menu, programs. We have to choose CorelDRAW sections and again we choose a CorelDRAW. So first of all we see about a new graphic. It's used to create a new window in which you can design a graphic. We have to open last editor means open the last graphic image files you worked on. Open a graphic means open a drawing dialog embedded and a drawing enabling you to select from any saved graphic image file. Template that we can use as a basic to begin a design. Corel Tutor used to enable we to select from several categories of online help and instructions. We have more than terminology and concepts. These are the terminology and that concepts will used to how to we work on CorelDRAW. This is an application window. When we launch CorelDRAW, the application window opens containing a drawing window. The rectangle in the center of the drawing window is the drawing page where we create our drawing. Although more than one drawing window can be opened, we can apply commands to the achieve. Drawing window only. The CorelDRAW application window appears below. Descriptions of its parts follows. It have a menu bar, title bar, toolbar, drawing window, drawing page, ruler, document navigator, status bar, navigator, color packages, talker, property bar and standard toolbars. This is a toolbars and this is a description of toolbars. We have to use the CorelDRAW. This is a standard toolbars. This is icons we used here, tools. So CorelDRAW interface toolbox. This is a pick tool. This tool allows a pick tool. This tool allows me to pick or select the object and transform it. We can position the object to. Shape tool. If we want to edit the shape of objects chosen by the pick tool, then we can use this tool. Feed transform tool. This tool allows we to alter the image object with the help of rotation angle, rotation free and resize. It is also lets we bend the image structure. Smudge brush. This tool will help me to change as well as distort. The picture is general with engaging shorelines. Roughen brush. This tool will let me change as well as distort the outline shape of the sketch in general with engaging shorelines. This tool can be used in clipping the region of an image that is not needed. Crop tool. This tool can be used in clipping the region of an image that is not needed. Virtual segment delete. If we want to remove an object which is the part of an instruction, then we can use this tool. Erase. It helps to get rid of some areas to the image. Zoom tool. It helps we change the level of magnification in the illustrations window in order to look at the object more intently. In simple words, it is used as a magnifying glass. Hand. It helps in balancing the images that materialized in the image window. Freehand tool. This tool with the help of a mouse let we sketch curve and lines. Essentially, it is used for sketching. Bezier. It helps to draw curves in the shape of a solitary line per point. Pen. It helps in sketching curves in the form of a node. 3-point curve. It helps we in drawing a curve first by identifying the start and the end point, then its center. Polyline. It lets we sketch curves and lines in preview node. Dimensions. It helps we sketch a horizontal, vertical, elliptic and angular lines. Interactive connector. It lets we combine the two objects accompanied by a line. Artistic media tool. It helps in accessing the sprayer, brush, calligraphic, preset and pressure tools. Rectangular tool. This tool helps we in drawing squares and rectangles to initiate boxes and terms. A 3-point rectangle. If we want to arrange boxes and create terms from one point to another point, then this is the tool. Ellipse tool. This tool helps we sketch circle and ellipse. Polygon tool. If we want to sketch stars and polygons in a symmetric manner, then we can use the polygon tool. Basic shape tools. Star. This tool can be used to draw stars. Complex stars. This tool allows we to create stars that have insertion angles and complex shapes. This tool helps we to select from a complete set of forms such as a right angle, triangle, smiley face and a hexagram. We can draw arrow and slanted rectangles, arrow shapes. We can draw arrows ranging from diverse shapes such as arrowheads, directions, etc. Flowchart shapes. We can create a flowchart with this tool. Text and table tool. This tool helps we in typing words straight on the screen as a paragraph text or a creative text. The table tool helps we in creating and ending tables. Dimension tool. This tool allows we to draw numerous lines like segments, slanted, horizontal, vertical and 3-point dimensions. Connector tool. This tool helps we in drawing a straight line, right angle, edit angle, connector line and rounded right angle connector lines. Interactive blend. The boxes and terms can be created using this tool. Interactive distortion. It helps we in applying a pull or push distortion and a zipper distortion to the objects. Interactive draft shadow. It helps we to put an object into the shadow. Interactive fill. It helps we to apply numerous amount of fills to the on object. Interactive mesh. If we want to apply network lines to an object, then we can use this tool. Eyedropper tool. Object properties like such, line, thickness and effects can be selected and copied using the eyedropper tool. Outline tool. This tool lets we open a flyout that helps we in setting and outline properties. Fill tool. This tool lets we open a flyout that helps we in setting the fill properties. Moving from Adobe Illustrator to CorelDRAW. Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW have many similarities, which makes it easy to move from one graphic applications to other. Although they share the most basic drawing and design capabilities, Adobe Illustrators and CorelDRAW are distinguished by some differences in both terminologies and tools. Understanding those differences lets we make a quick transition to CorelDRAW. Comparing terminologies. The terms and concepts in Adobe Illustrator and CorelDRAW differ for some features. Many terms have a similar meaning but are referred to by different names. Adobe Illustrator terms are listed below with their CorelDRAW equivalents. This is a Adobe Illustrator terms is equal to the CorelDRAW terms. Adobe Illustrator AI file into CorelDRAW. How do we convert Adobe Illustrator file into CorelDRAW file? First of all, we click File, then choose Import. Locate the file in which the file is stored. Choose AI Adobe Illustrator from the file of type list box. Then click the file name and click Import. If we are importing a PDF compatible with containing text, the Import PDF dialog box appears in the Import Text as area. Enable the text or curves option if we are not sure, with option to choose C to import a PDF file. When we are importing text as text, the font substitution for missing fonts dialog box appears if we don't have altered the fonts used in the file installed. Choose the setting we want and click OK. When the import cursor appears, do one of the following. Click the drawing page to maintain original file and position top left corner where we clicked. Click and drag on the drawing page to resize the file. The import cursor display the dimensions of the resized file as we drag on the draw page. Press enter to center the file on the drawing page. This is how to we select objects in CorelDRAW. Before we can change an object, we must select it. We can select visible objects that are hidden from view by other objects and a single objects in a group of a nested group. In addition, we select objects in the order which they were created. Selected all objects at once. Selected objects at once and deselect the objects. A bounded box appears around a selected objects and X appears its center. We can select a single object from a group. To select objects, we have a shortcut methods. Select an object means click on object using the pick tool. Select multiple object means hold down the shift and click each object that we want to select. Select an object starting with the first object created and moving toward the last object created means Press Shift plus Tab until a selection box appears around the objects we want to select. Select an object starting with the last object created and moving towards the first object created. Press Tab until a selection box appears around the objects we want to select. Select all objects means click Edit, select all objects. Select all objects in a group means hold down Ctrl, click the pick tool and then click an objects in a group. Select an object in a nested group, hold down Ctrl, click the pick tool and then click an object we want to select until a selection box appears around it. Select an object hidden from a view by other objects. Hold down Alt, click the pick tool and then click topmost objects until a selection box appears around the hidden object we want to select. Select multiple hidden objects means hold down Shift plus Alt, click pick tool and then click the topmost object until the selection box appears around the hidden objects we want to select. Select hidden object in a group means hold down Ctrl plus Alt, click the pick tool and then click the topmost object until a selection box appears and around the hidden objects we want to select. Drawing basic shapes with CorelDRAW. With CorelDRAW drawings, basic shapes such as rectangles, ellipse, polygon and stars is a quick and easy. All the tools we are needed easily accessible from the following flyouts in the toolbox. In rectangle flyout, the ellipse flyout and the object flyout. We can draw an ellipse or a circle by tracking diagonally with the ellipse tool, or we can draw in ellipse by using the 3-point ellipse tool to specify its width and height. The 3-point ellipse tool lets we quickly create an ellipse at an angle. Eliminating the needed to rotate the ellipse, both tools are located on the clips on the ellipse flyout. After we draw an ellipse or a circle, we can easily change into a pie shapes or an arc. Drawing polygon stars. We can draw polygons and two types of stars. Perfect stars which have a traditional star appearance and complex stars which have inserting sides. With a perfect inserting sides with perfect stars, we can apply a fill to the entire star shape. With complex stars, we can produce unique results. When we apply a fill. Left to right, a polygon, a perfect star and a complex star, each with the fountain fill applied. The tool we need to create a polygon and stars are located on the object flyout. To draw a polygon, open the object flyout, click the polygon tool. To draw a complex star, click the complex star tool and drag in the drawing window until the star is the size we want. Drawing predefined shapes. Using the perfect shapes collection, we can draw predefined shapes. Certain shapes, specifically basic shapes, arrow shapes, banner shapes and callout shapes, contain nodes. We can track a node to modify the appearance of shapes. Using the shape tool, we can track a node to alter a shape. We can add text to the inside or outside of the shapes. For example, we might want to put a label inside a flowchart symbol or a column. To draw a predefined shapes, open the perfect shape layout and click one of the following tools. This is the basic shapes, arrow shapes, flowchart shapes, banner shapes, callout shapes. Open the perfect shapes picker on the property bar and click a shape. Drag in the drawing window until the shapes is the size we want. Resizing objects. Shape tool. Shape tool is used for reshaping the objects. Every vector objects in CorelDRAW is controlled by nodes, and we can move these node by mouse and make changes in the objects by the shape tool. Shape tool flyout that contains shape, editing an image object shape, smudge brush, alter or distort the overall pictures with alternative solines, smudge brush, roughen brush, alter or distort the overall outline shape drawing by attractive solines. Free transform tool, transform image object using rotation, rotation angle and resize, and also the image shape. Knife tool. The knife tool cut the object into two physical segments and both segments treated as a single object. How to use a knife tool means open CorelDRAW, select rectangle tool and draw rectangle or any other objects and then fill with any color. Select knife tool from shape flat. Now click on the point on your object which we want to cut. Now drag the mouse by holding the left button to the other point. Now we make it, then release the mouse left button. Our object is sliced into two parts. Now these two parts are two single objects. The eraser tool. The eraser tool removes of parts of an object. When we easier on object, it's divided into two sections, but these two sections are still combined into one objects. Use of eraser tool. Open a new document in CorelDRAW. Now draw a box with the help of rectangular tool and fill with any color. Select the rectangular object. Select the eraser tool from toolbox by clicking on shape tool, hold down for movement and then select eraser tool. In the tool properties dialog, we can set the width of the eraser. Now apply on the object and draw a line from the middle of the object. The object divided into two sections. Each section has number of nodes, but overall it is an object. Click on my section, then we can see both section are selected. Deleting virtual line segment. We can also delete virtual line segment which are portions of objects that overlap each other. For example, we can delete a loop in a line that crosses over itself, or loops in line segments in which two or more objects overlap. In the toolbox, click the virtual segment delete tool. Move the pointer to the line segment we want to delete. The virtual segment delete tool snaps upright when positioned properly. Click the line segment. If we want to delete multiple line segments at one time, click the pointer to drag a marquee around all. Smudging and smearing objects. Smudging and smearing let we shape an object by pulling extension or making indents along its outline. With smudging, the extension and indents resemble tracks that vary little in width as we track with the smudge brush tool. With smearing, the extension and indents have a more fluid shapes that decreases in width as we track with the smear tool. Smudging objects. When applying smudging to an object, we can control the extent and shape of distortion whether we activate the control for the graphics tablet styles or use the settings that apply to the mouse. The smudging effect responds to both the angle of rotation or bearing and the tilt angle of a graphic tablet styles. Rotating the styles changing the angle of the smudging effect and tilting the stylus and tilting the stylus fatten and brush tip and changes the shape of the smudging. If we are using a mouse, we can simulate the bearing and tilt of the stylus by specifying values. Increasing the bearing from 0 to 359 degree changes the angle of brushstroke. As we discussed the tilt angle from 90 to 150, 19 to 15, we change the smudging shape by flattening the brush tip. Smudging can respond to the pressure of a stylus on a tablet where the smudging winds with more pressures and narrows with less. If we are using a mouse or what to override styles pressures, we can enter real values to simulate the pressure of a stylus on a graphics tablet. Navigate values to 10, create and narrowing distortion 0. Maintaining as an even stroke with positive values to 0, create an expanding distortion. The sun rays and blades of grass have been created by tracking outwards with the smudge brush tool and the clouds by tracking inwards. Whether we are using a stylus or a mouse, we can specify the nib size, and the nib size determines the width of the smudging applied on an object. Smearing objects. To control the smearing effects, we can set the size of a brush nib and the amount of effect to apply, and we can use the pressure of our digital pen. We can use smooth curves or curves with sharp corners and smearing objects. Smearing an object. To smudge an object, first of all we select an object using the pick tool in the toolbox. Click the smudge brush tool. Do one of the following. The smudge the inside of an object, click outside an object and track inwards. To smudge the outside of an object, click inside an object and track outwards. Roughen brush. The roughening effect lets be applied to jagged or spiked edge of objects including lines, curves and text. We can control the size, angle, direction and number of intentions whether we active the graphic tables, styles or apply settings on to a mouse. To roughening effects is determined either by movements of a graphics tablet stylus by fixed settings or by automatically applying perpendicular spikes to the line, tilting the styles lower and away from the tablet surface increases and decreases the size of spikes. If we are using a mouse, we can specify tilt angle from 0 to 90 degree. We can determine the direction of the spikes by changing the angle of rotations of the stylus as well as we apply the roughen effects to an object. When we are using a mouse, we can set the bearing angle from 0 to 359. We can also increase or decrease the number of spikes that are applied as we track the roughening effects into response to the pressure of the stylus on the tablet. The more pressure we apply, the more spikes and created in roughened area if we are using a mouse. We can also change the brush nib size. Select an object using the pick tool. In the toolbox, click the rectangular brush. Point to the area on the outline we want to roughen and drag the outline to distort it. To smudge an object means select an object using pick tool. In the toolbox, click the smudge brush tool. Do one of the following. To smudge the inside of an object, click outside an object and drag inwards. To smudge the outside of an object, click inside an object and drag outwards. Thank you.